So you might have noticed that there's some PVC piping running down from the ceiling or the roof. What this is it's actually holding, it's kind of a conduit that we're using to hold the electrical wires coming from the solar panels. So up top, we do have 4 150 watt panels. They go from the front vent here all the way to the AC unit back there, and it's, you know, pretty much as wide as it is tall. So it's a lot of solar up there. The wires come down here through the PVC pipe. We just wanted to kind of consolidate them, make them look less noticeable. And then we've got the positive, negative, and ground coming down, and that shoots right down back behind our little entertainment center and it goes right through the floor into our sub bay down below. That has our charge controller in this front sub bay, and then we have our battery sitting in the second sub bay here. So everything kind of is wired all throughout here, and it just kind of worked out that way because on the roof of the RV there was no real place to put the solar in the back. Ideally, we would have wanted to do that, but this RV is obviously not meant to have solar power. We kind of just retrofitted it. So you kind of just have to work with what you have. So far, it's worked out amazing. And like Jenny was saying, she does cook a lot of Instant Pot meals. So how we have it hooked up is we do have our inverter here. Another thing with the inverter, it didn't come with mounting brackets on it. Again, things that you learn as you just do things. So I had to kind of build this custom box, and we painted it so you can I actually had my PS3 up here. In this fantasy world, I thought I was going to be playing a lot of video games and having a lot of free time out here, but I honestly, we work a lot, and we just absolutely love that. So we actually got rid of the PS3, and yeah, so there's the inverter there, and you can take it out and service it if you need to, or clean in there if you need to. But yeah, so all of our power basically comes from this little power strip right here. What I did was I just snipped off the end of a 1875 watt power strip, and I just wired it into the output side of the inverter. And so we've got about 1875 watts, which will power a full-on hairdryer. Honestly, it's so easy. You just plug stuff in. This is like our sole power station when we're dry camping and boondocking, so we don't have to fuss with shore power or generator issues like that. It's just a completely separate system that's in and of itself, that's accessible and way more powerful than we could ever need. When it comes to the battery bank that's underneath the inverter, we have a 450 amp hour battery bank. They are lead acid batteries, so we only get 225 amp hours of usable energy. But honestly, after being out here in the Southwest, 600 watts and 450 amp hours of batteries is far more than you would ever need. We very rarely get below 90% on our battery bank, and it's just phenomenal. We cook all the time. We run our hairdryer, tea kettle, blender, everything off of this thing, and it's just awesome. And like I mentioned, we were running pretty high powered appliances off of this. This is a 2500 watt inverter, so we can only access 1875 watts through this surge protector, but we can access those built-in AC outlets that are on the inverter as well. So you can bulk charge things while you're running an Instant Pot. We can bulk charge camera batteries, or a little trimmer for my beard and hair and stuff like that. And then it also comes with a built-in 12 volt. For some reason, I don't understand why newer RVs don't have 12 volt outlets. They are so handy for off-grid living. I will never go without a 12 volt outlet. If I build my own, I will wire one in. If we look for an RV, it will have to be a must-have, or I'll wire one in, because these are so handy. Like we said, this is like our power station. We can charge USB appliances. We can charge, our computer. We actually have a DC charger for our computer. So this is actually nice because it's close to the dinette. But what's cool about the older RV that we have, and we've only seen this on, older RVs really, newer ones don't really come with them, but the 12 volt outlets, we have one underneath the dinette. We also have one in the back bedroom. So when we're sitting at the dinette, we actually have this, 12 volt MacBook Pro charger, which bought off Amazon, and Jenny and I both have computers, and we just swap the charger when we need it, and it saves you so much energy because you're not converting it from DC in the batteries to AC in the inverter back to DC for the laptops. So it's a really huge advantage, and we love the fact that it was pre-wired with it. We did put new outlets. We just went to Camping World, bought $6 12 volt outlets, put new ones in, and it's like amazing.